There are 5 levels to making Claude 10 times smarter, and each level unlocks more value for your team or business, but most people are still stuck on just levels 1 and 2, so let's break it down. Level 1 is projects. When you create a project, you're basically telling Claude every conversation I have here should know these things about my business. You can upload your brand guidelines, your strategy documents, and any client briefs, and this context will now apply to every conversation in that project. This is perfect for recurring work and for centralizing all of your ongoing work with a client. Level 2 is connectors. Projects give Claude context, but that context is static. Connectors give Claude access to your live data. So instead of exporting and manually uploading data from all of your different tools, you can connect your apps directly to Claude and just ask it something like, analyze all my sales calls from last week and tell me how I can improve. And it'll just know to connect to your AI meeting note taker and pull in that information for its response. Level 3 is skills. Now projects are great, but you're probably going to run into these 2 problems. The amount of context that you could put into these projects and custom instructions is pretty limited, so you're going to run into the cap at some point. And the outputs normally get worse the more context you try to cram in at once. Skills fixes this. They let you break down your work into these modular Lego blocks that Claude can access across any chat. You can create skills for your brand voice guide, your design standards, and an overview of your team services. So then I can just ask Claude to create a PowerPoint slide that gives an overview of my agency services, and it'll tap into each one of those skills I just mentioned in order to get the job done. Level 4 is Cowork, and it adds 2 unique benefits. It connects Claude directly to files on your computer instead of operating just virtually, and it lets you run multiple tasks at the same time. Plus, it automatically pulls in any needed skills or connectors from levels 2 and 3, so everything you've built really starts compounding as you move up the levels. Level 5 is Claude Code, and it does 3 things that the other levels can't. 1, it builds connected systems instead of just separate files. You can have a full live KPI dashboard or internal tools that your team uses every day. And 2, it builds things that you can deploy. The KPI dashboard can just be updated every morning, and if somebody improves the dashboard, everyone else will get those updates as well. And 3, it can run for hours in the background. You could literally, before you sleep, ask it to do 5 or 6 different tasks that might take it hours, and then wake up and just review its output. And you don't need to be an engineer to take advantage of any of this. By the way, I run an AI agency where we build these systems for teams every week. If you want our top 3 AI workflows that every small team should build, comment workflows and I'll send it right to you.